It's the 200th episode, and that means we have a very special guest today, somebody who helped build the show into what it is today. Rachel Demita, how are you?
Hi. Hey guys, I'm doing really well. How about you?
We're doing well. We want to know what you've been up to.
I'm working on a new series right now with Overtime that's gonna finally be launching in November. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'll let you guys in, give you the inside scoop. But I'll be starting a podcast soon.
That's awesome.
Alexis had a big question for you.
Yes, what's your favorite 2K TV moment?
Maybe the launch.
Che and company are cooking up a nice little winning streak here.
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
The only thing...
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. A look at Chicago. Advantage in one series. And of course the Hornets just need to take it a game at a time.
And checking out Charlotte, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Uncan Batum, the wing. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Rozier in at the point. And for the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Vaughn is out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Dunn in at the guard position. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far and what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
Passes it to Vaughn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency. Greg, is it time for them to hit the reset button?
A rebuild does seem in order. I'm not sure they have the stomach for it, but they need to tear it down to the studs and start over.
Biyombo kicks to Rozier. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. Clock at 6. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Vaughn can't get it to go.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
The shot by Monk is no good.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Chalk up 2 there.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach James Borrego. David, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he talked about the great respect he has for the guys they're playing against tonight. He said, we're talking about one of the best offensive teams in the league, so we have to be at our best defensively. Talking, hustling, putting out the extra effort necessary to get stops. Despite that winning record in this season series, they are taking nothing for granted tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Greg, we'll see if they can come out and disrupt the other team's offensive flow.
Well, and to do that, it takes a concerted effort by all 5 guys. You can't afford breakdowns defensively.
Setting an aggressive physical tone early at the defensive end sounds like the right way to go.
Biyombo with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Vaughn gets to the bucket.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Hornets trail by 5. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Monk for three. No good on that one. And it's Chicago the other way.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Vaughn can't get it to go. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Ugly, ugly display. I thought they'd be more competitive, but I was wrong.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, proficient.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Wendell Carter is out there with Vaughn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And Dunn over to help, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard it. Kid just plays with an edge.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Bulls trail by 4. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Clearly a foul.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Porter's checked in for the Bulls.
And this kind of free throw shooting just leaves a coach shaking his head. I mean, they have been awful from the line this quarter.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Here's Levine. Lays it up off the glass.
When they go up-tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language.
Charlotte shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Levine against Batum. And there's the pass to Monk. Shot clock at 6. Fades and shoots. Batum, good.
When you have space like he did there, you never go with a fadeaway jumper. He has to attack the rim next time.
Outside, Porter. Back to Dunn. Levine for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists now in this one. Charlotte in the lead. Batum scanning the floor. Monk kicks to Biyombo. Now, here's Monk. Dunn covering. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. You know, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough, or is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more, and we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
It's a floater, and Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in. Kidd-Gilchrist has got his 2nd basket. Bulls trail by 4. Outside, Levine. Inside, here's Vaughn. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. Back to Batum. Pass to Biyombo. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Biyombo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hornets.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrated. For Chicago, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Thaddeus Young. Now, here's Rozier. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
Where's your head, man? Check up. We'll get him in the second half.
Yeah, all right.
Head up, bro.
Yeah.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Miles Bridges, he's been playing really well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Batum is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Biyombo at the 5 spot. Kidd-Gilchrist, no luck. Bulls trail by 6. Vaughn, the pass to Levine. To the paint. Vaughn gets the bucket. Vaughn's got 7.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Rozier kicks to Batum. Dishes it to Monk. Pass to Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. He gets it in there. He's got 8.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Vaughn can't get it to go. Charlotte leading by 6. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Rozier, the pass to Biyombo. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential.
Bulls have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. At the line, one shot. On the free throw. No good. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Now, here's Monk, guarded by Vaughn. Now Monk. He has 5. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Pass to Bridges. A 3-ball. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Chicago.
Well, what you like about Williams is how he's changed his game over time. Now he's a fantastic stretch 4 in this league.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
9 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Vaughn. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Vaughn's got 9 points.
You see what Dunn can do when he's playing under control. That's an excellent pass.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting... We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Hornets leading by 6. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Vaughn. Then there's Dunn. Then it's White. And it's Valentine in at the 3.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his 2nd 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
Here's Vaughn. over Williams, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
The 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vaughn's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Valentine passes to Vaughn from the stripe. Misses off the left iron.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. And the dunk by Zeller.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Hornets leading by 7. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. There's the pass to Bridges. Now here's Williams. Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Vaughn, that's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists in the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now, here's Rozier, defended by Vaughn. Rozier kicks to Zeller, 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Vaughn with the rebound. Vaughn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bean passes to Vaughn. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rozier against Dunn. Here's the 3. Hornets with the rebound. And here is Bridges. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 9. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Miles Bridges.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Monk for 3. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Rozier against Dunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kid Gilchrist, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Kid Gilchrist drops them both. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. Outside, Levine. Here's Vaughn. That's Biombo with the rebound. First free throw is good. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Hornets.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Charlotte.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Miles Bridges.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
And so the Hornets can now just hold on to the ball. Here's Monk. Outside, Batum. Monk with the ball. And so it's Charlotte with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.
Ready to do this? Oh, professional.
Welcome back to Hank and the Hornet live on 98.9 The Flex, and we're joined right now by a very special guest, Jay.
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
So it looks like congratulations are in order as you've just nabbed your very first Rookie of the Month honors. Big congrats, Jay.
Ah, thanks, Hank. Appreciate that.
How does it feel, buddy?
Oh, it's beautiful. Everyone's showing me love, man. And it's right back at y'all. Wait, shouts out. Wait, who votes on this?
You know what? I'm not sure. Hornet, any idea?
No idea, Hank. I think it's the media.
Okay.
Oh, well, shouts out to y'all, whoever you are. And shouts out to the fans. You know, I'm feeling the love out there, and it's really helping me elevate my game to the next level. So, big love.
We know you're a busy guy, Chase, so we're going to let you go, but congrats again on Rookie of the Month, and thanks again for joining us.
Hey, anytime, guys.
You're listening to Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, back after this quick commercial break. Things are getting pretty bleak here as the losing streak continues, and at this point, you've got to wonder, is the season lost?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pump the brakes, buddy. It's just a little adversity. Nothing my main man Jay can't handle.
Look, I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. These guys look like they've never played together before. You got to wonder about what's going on in practice. They're completely out of sync. They're a step slow to every loose ball, and if you ask me, I think they've given up.
Oh, what? You're crazy. These are professional athletes here, Hank. They never give up.
I don't know, Hornet. I want to agree with you, but my gut tells me this isn't going anywhere fast. So what do you guys think? Am I being too much of a downer? Can Che and company turn this thing around? We've got a quick break coming up here, but after that, we'll be taking your calls on the losing streak. This is Hank and the Hornet, only on 98.9 The Flex.
And it'll be high. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Somewhere straight.
Here he comes. Hey, Che.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I want to bring Josh over here. He's got something to talk to you about the Top Takes Daily interview.
Okay.
You remember Josh
Yeah.
from Beats?
Yeah, Josh, what's up?
Good to see you again, Jake. Great game tonight.
I appreciate that, Josh.
So Josh has a couple things he wants to go over with you that you could sprinkle into the interview.
Okay.
Well, obviously, only mention this stuff if it comes up organically. We want you to feel comfortable out
That's
there.
right. There's no benefit from forced plugs.
Of course.
So let's keep the pressure low. Any mention with beats is a plus. We'd be happy with a simple plug. But if you're feeling up to it, you can throw in some stuff about our tech, too.
Okay, like what?
Right off the top, the noise cancellation feature. We call it Pure Adaptive Noise Canceling, Pure ANC for short. But if you just said noise cancellation, that'd be great. You don't have to live neck deep in the weeds on this one.
Okay, pure ANC, I got that.
Nice, and I'll have a cheat sheet up there before the interview.
All right, Levi.
And we've also got something else called Fast Fuel, where you get a 3-hour charge in around 10 minutes. But the main plug is noise cancellation. That's what we really love you to hit out there.
Noise cancellation, I got it.
Awesome, great. Thanks, Josh.
So if anything comes up, questions, whatever, just tell Levi and he'll let me know.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
We know it'll be a rock solid partner, Che.
All right, brother.
Thanks tonight.
All right, sounds good. Get it, Beats? Sounds good.
No, bro. That wasn't good.
Well, it is a special day here today at Top Takes Daily as we are joined live in studio with one of the NBA's brightest new stars, Che. Welcome to the show, Che.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, Dan.
Of course. Now, you've had to overcome a lot on your path up to the league. We all know about the doubt you faced coming in as a 4-year college player. So with that, my first question for you is, how does it feel to silence the haters?
It's all right. You know, I'm more focused on wins and losses right now, and at the moment we're winning, so I'm happy.
How do you maintain that drive, that focus?
I tunnel up. I meditate. You know, I got my beats. They have a fully guaranteed noise canceling algorithm. If you hear anything but your music when you're wearing Beats, you get a full refund.
Wasn't the answer I was expecting.
Hey, expect the unexpected with Beats.
Okay, moving on then. So now that you've established that you belong in the league, what's next for you? What are your goals?
You know, I really never looked at it like that. For me, I just keep my head down, grind, you know?
Would you consider yourself a gym rat?
Oh, what? I'm a huge gym rat. I just throw my beats on and get it popping, you know? It's all about the playlist.
So before we wrap things up, one last question for you. We all seem to know a lot about Che the athlete, but what's something we don't know about Che the person?
I'm a music freak, Diane.
Got any favorite artists?
Yes, I do. Kevin Gates, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You know, they all sound good playing through my Beats headphones. I love these things.
They pay you to say that.
Honestly, yeah, they do. But it's not about that. You know, I've been a fan of Beats long before I was one of their athletes. It's a culture thing.
Well, okay then. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have today in studio with Che. Che, thank you so much for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me.
This is Diane Stone, and you have been watching Top Takes Daily.
This is the 2KMC, and in honor of the 200th episode of
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Levine.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Vaughn is out there with Wendell Carter. And it's done.
That just happened. And the vertical that Levine has really gives him an advantage when he's able to hit that launching pad.
Here's Booker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Porter with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Saric. Here's Booker. Makes it off the glass. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Booker's bringing some energy to this one. Always a threat to leak out and score in the open floor.
Right side, Levine shoots it up. Cans the shot from the wing.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Rubio. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Down low. Here's Vaughn. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Saric. For Phoenix, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Count that one.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Carter, the pass to Porter. Here's Vaughn, covered by Rubio. Vaughn gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Pass to Ayton. Down against Rubio. Saric. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Saric has got his second bucket of the night.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Vaughn. He sinks the 11-footer.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good. Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash. But this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Saric. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Carter. Valentine comes in for Porter. And it's wide in for Dunn.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Jerome passes to Baines. Shoots over Markkanen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the first one drops. Young's checked in for Chicago. Ryan Arcidiacono comes in for Zach LaVine. Chicago ends up going with the new group. Bridges against Porter. Kicks it out to Rubio. Drops in the tray. Rubio's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense. Well, Mikal Bridges tagged as a 3-and-D type player in the draft, still finding his way a little bit in terms of the NBA offensive system and where it is that he can be effective.
On the court for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Bridges out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And that one falls for Ricky Rubio. Well, this team looking to utilize Bridges in a number of roles as he learns.
Yeah, Bridges maybe has to take a back seat to what Ayton and Booker do for this team. It's a nice spot to settle in as the attention is on those two players. He can carve out a nice role here and continue to improve on some of his weaknesses in the offseason.
Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Vaughn, the pass to Carter. Porter kicks to LaVine. Pass to Dunn. Here's Vaughn. It's stolen by Saric. Oh, Ayton in position, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Rubio.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
And Phoenix making a change here. Booker's checked in. Here's Vaughn to end the run. Here's Carter. Rebound by the Suns.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Out to Saric. The shot off that time. Bulls trail by 20. Outside, LaVine. To the middle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Saric. Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Murray's checked in for Chicago. Good on the second free throw. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah.
Phoenix, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
He doesn't get the second one. Outside, White. Over Diallo. And it's White missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And so... As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Wendell Carter is out there with Vaughn, and it's done in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament,